What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with my buddy Chasing Cinema,
James Shu. How are
and
you?
brother.com.
Yes.
And we're here tonight
Family.
for Nicholas Sparks, a family. Hashtag for Paul. We're here for Nicholas Sparks'
The Longest Ride.
Notebook.
Oh man, like let's talk about this real quick. The first ever really big, more popular Nicholas Sparks movie. Mind you, he's an author. He hasn't become a filmmaker until late. He's produced 3 films. He produced 3 of his films: Safe Haven, The Best of Me, and this one we're talking about today. So he's becoming a filmmaker, you know, more or less becoming a producer. But he's written movies that have written books that have become into movies. As far as Message in a Bottle, which was Kevin Costner, I believe in the late '90s.
That was him?
Yeah, that was him.
Now he's been in the game.
Yeah, he'd been in the game. A lot of people didn't know that. And then he came out with, you know, Walk to Remember, with, which was really popular. I think my favorite movie that he did. The Notebook, which was... No.
Sorry.
I don't remember the actor in Walk to Remember, but I remember it was Mandy Moore.
Thank you.
He wasn't a very big... I don't think he ever really went too far after that movie.
Okay.
Then we have, you know, now, after The Notebook, he became a sensation. Like, a lot of people love Walk to Remember, but it didn't have that same, like, doesn't have that same feeling now. When you see a Nicholas Sparks movie, we see that poster where the 2 people are holding each other's faces, the same font, that very glossy movie title. What did Knights Rodanthe, The Best of Me, Lucky Song, The Lucky One, The Best Song. I mean, the list's endless, and I'm probably getting these names mixed up because of Dear John, but his last movie, Best of Me, has completely left people seemingly unconfident in him, where the movie made the least amount of money. He's always kind of stayed in the 40-80 range, 80 being The Notebook, where he made his most money, in the Message in the Bottle, and kind of hitting the 26 level last year with Best of Me. However, I guess they're still hoping that he has something in him, and granted, him being a producer, and that kind of helps that he gets to get these movies made. What are your expectations? What are your thoughts around Nicholas Sparks and his movies?
You know, I don't mind them, honestly. They're just like that. It's the same type of movie. So if you like lovey, sappy, love movies, I think you like these movies. And for most men, they don't like them. Go ahead.
Well, see, I feel like his older work though isn't as like predictable as his newer work. Like Walk to Remember, very basic plot.
You don't think you feel that way because of we're so used to seeing his movies now?
No, I just feel like they've really fallen into a form, because you Walk to Remember, you know, it has a very basic plot line and a very basic story. You know, a girl's sick, he wants to hit all these things off his bucket list, and that the movies kind of come into this world where we follow these 2 lovers, and then there's a very major catastrophe that comes off odd and at times a little bit off-putting, like the mudslide. There's like that treehouse one, and I think that was the Lucky One. I'm starting to get them all mixed up. But there's all these weird incidents where they just kind of become very, oh, bless you, very formulaic.
Sorry.
But I would say that my opinion of his films have kind of decreased just because they've come so common.
So blah?
Yeah, so blah.
Blah with the B-L-A-H
so
hashtag.
Blah. Hashtag so 2 O's blah.
Blah.
But see, and on the opposite side of the theater, we have Fast Furious 7 still ranking in
Furious
cash.
7?
Furious 7. Ranking in...
Hashtag for Paul.
I think over 143 million now.
143.
And I'm sure it's not even
worldwide. It was 385, and that does not include
up to
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today's Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm thinking this movie's gonna do another, probably, I'm gonna be crazy and say like 50K.
Honestly, this movie has no competition all month.
Oh, it's gonna kill it.
I think the only popular title that's going to be this month is going to be Paul Blart, but I don't think people are going to go in droves to see it. I just think people are know the name.
And those are really for family, which there's a lot of family. Yeah. But you're not going to get a huge... I gotta see Paul Blart.
I think Furious 7 is going to dominate this month. But anyway, back to the movie at hand. Longest Ride.
Longest Ride, how long?
It's about 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours.
You ready?
I'm ready.
We gonna go in?
Let's do it.
Bum. Alright, so we just got out Nicholas Sparks.
The Longest Ride.
The Longest Ride.
So, George Tillman Jr., director of this movie, who is a man that was inspired by Spike Lee. He's done movies such as, let's see, Faster with The Rock, which I wasn't too crazy about, but, you know, people kind of enjoyed that gritty action thriller. He did, Men of Honor in 2000, which was Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr. And there's one in between that I can't think. Oh, he did the biopic on Notorious B.I.G. that I thought was really underrated and quite good. Even though many critics would disagree with me and not many people saw it. The only reason why I watched it was because I was working on Hot Video. So very different pace for this gentleman. Faster, Notorious, you know, these movies, and they completely turn around and do this movie. It's just very odd. I think James said it best. Or do you have anything to say about this?
I want to hear what you're saying.
Okay. I think the best way to put it is that if you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all now at this point. This movie is... The hunk of the movie is Scott Eastwood, who is played by the...
Never heard him say that word before, hunk.
The charming Clint Eastwood's son, who's getting a little bit more popular now. He had a little cameo in Fury.
Oh, I didn't know that was
his son?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not a bad apple to fall off that tree.
Yeah, so this movie is about a bull rider and a girl, and you know, at the first 15 minutes, you're like, wow, I'm in generic land. We have the emotionally unavailable girl who's going off to New York and can't be in a relationship. We have the very, very eager hunk, if you will, who rides bulls and is very attractive, he's, you know, and then we have the best friend who's like, you really need to go out with them, you really need to go out with them. You're like, oh man, this movie is generic as possible. And then there's this odd turn, which I guess isn't really odd for Nicholas Sparks, where this couple discovers an older gentleman who was in a car accident, and we kind of developed. It was played by Alan Alda, a very, very great actor and veteran actor.
MASH.
Yeah. So way back. So basically, he falls in this accident. They save him. He has this box full of letters, right? And then the whole movie's about him reading these letters about his love life. Do you remember the words with Bradley Cooper and Zoe Saldana with Jeremy Irons?
Sorry, yes.
I think we did the review for that. So that was a movie that I was into, but I was more interested in the story they were talking about. And that's how I feel about this movie. This whole movie, we have our main characters who are in this love story, talking about this older couple, and they read these letters, and they do these beautiful flashbacks of that, this older couple post-World War II, and it's moving, and it's beautiful, and you want to watch them. But then it pulls you out and puts you back with the bull ride and the art. It's a good story. A worthy story, locked in this really generic, bland, boring movie is the best way to put it. I know I kind of just took a long way to just end up saying that. But, I mean, I wouldn't recommend the movie. I wasn't a fan of it, but there is those moments where you see this older couple, you know, and you see their experiences, and it's beautiful. It really is moving. And Alan Alda gives a wonderful performance. There's one moment in the movie that's just heartbreaking. He's amazing. But other than that,
it wouldn't be a Nicholas Sparks film without that moment where you're like, oh,
yeah. But the thing is, like, it's not even my main characters I feel that way about.
Yeah.
Even eventually, what happens with them, I just don't care. I'm like, all right, can we go back to the flashbacks now? That's how I feel the entire movie. He gave me a story that I wanted to hear, and he just didn't let me hear it. And I think that's kind of frustrating, even though he kind of does. I mean, the majority of the movie literally is that. So it's like our main characters become unimportant throughout half the movie, like just not there. But overall, just real clunky, real clumsy, just kind of all over the place, and they really just should have focused on that story, because that would be a story that I think would have affected people more. But, you know, that's what Nicholas Sparks does, so.
It happens, chasingcinema.com/
The longest ride.
That way you can understand fully from Mr. Jacob R.
It was a long movie.
Toronto.
Yes.
And you can understand what that's all about, and that's going to be online by the time you're watching this.
Yeah.
7 days from today.
7 days from today is going to be quite interesting. We have a movie I've actually been anxiously awaiting for some time, and that's Unfriended. This horror movie that kind of takes place over Skype that I know kind of looks campy, but I have some reason to believe that movie has some gold. Right now, it's actually sitting at an 82 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Not mad at that.
Which gives me hope.
A New Hope?
Oh. Then the opposite of that, we have Paul Blart 2, which I actually don't think I'll be covering.
Wind Hotel.
Yeah.
Actually, on a serious note, I mean, it's Hollywood, but that's actually not a hard thing. That's not an easy thing to do, to film a movie at the Wind like that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised they're making a sequel. I worked at Hollywood Video when that movie came out as well, and people, I don't know. Did you care for Paul Blart?
Didn't even see it, buddy.
You're not missing much. Not a movie I'm crazy about. If I were you, go make your way to see Furious 7 again. I think that's he's getting emotional. I mean, I wouldn't watch it again, but I know a lot of people did. Have you seen it a second time?
Why?
Have you seen it a second time?
I gotta bring my girlfriend.
You haven't seen it.
No,
but you're gonna.
Oh, non-negotiable.
You have plenty of time this month, except unless Unfriended is good, because then you're in trouble. And then actually, sorry, I totally forgot. True Story, a movie that takes James Franco and Jonah Hill. That,
Oh yeah, is that out?
It comes out the 17th for us.
For in Vegas?
Yes.
Oh, I will watch that. That's the one where he plays the crazy guy, right? Ooh.
So that movie has kind of been leaking around all over the world, all over the country, but now finally gets his release.
I didn't
here
know that.
in Las Vegas.
What's
Yeah,
the rating?
I didn't know that either.
Is it getting good, bad?
Switch. It's kind of been in that middle fluctuation phase, but not many people have seen it yet. So that was kind of a last minute screening.
Franco looks a little nuts in that movie. Me like a long time.
And I like Franco, but I haven't liked Franco in a long time.
I loved him in Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, 127 hours, I'm all in. And then after that, he just went to the...
Yeah, 127 hours was good.
Oh man, that's a really that movie I got forgotten real quick, because that was a really great movie.
He didn't do it like that.
Scooby-Doo, man. That big Scooby-Doo.
James Franco was in Scooby-Doo?
In 127 hours. Remember, he always imagines the big inflatable Scooby-Doo?
Sorry. I was like, no, he wasn't, was
No.
he? That was a Freddie Prinze Jr. before he died. He died.
Well, not Scooby-Doo.
Spring Break.
That's right. Spring Breakers did, like, you know, Pineapple. He got in the stoner comedy thing, which is cool if that's what he wants to do, but
What was the Backstreet Boys one?
This is the End, which a lot of people actually liked, and us included. You know, opposite to Scooby-Doo, Winnie the Pooh and Mulan are amongst the movies that are being talked about right now for the Disney live-action remakes. Me and Mr. Shu over here talked about it in depth.
Pocahontas.
And he wants Pocahontas. We talked about it pretty in depth.
Give me a Tarzan. Oh, they are Tarzan.
Yeah. You know they're making 2 Jungle Books, right?
Yes.
So, but we talked about that in our podcast.
Jon Favreau and the guy who's the motion capture king. He's in Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron. The Age of Ultron. He's in Planet of the Apes.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is the director of that one.
Oh,
Jon Favreau and Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. And yes, we talked about that in our podcast. Go to our YouTube, make sure you watch that video where me and James talk about Winnie the Pooh and Mulan, and we review Furious 7 with an in-depth, solid review. I thought it was really great conversation. Check out our podcast this week where Louie and I will be talking about a little bit of The Longest Ride, but we'll be more focusing on the review of the season 1 of Better Call Saul.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to hear it. I'll wait for your thing.
Alright.
Alright, cool. So we'll be back 7 days. In the description area, links below for Facebook, Twitter. Like and follow the guy, chaincinema.com. If you haven't visited the website, I don't know what the freak you've been waiting on. I don't know what the freak you've been doing your entire life. chaincinema.com. It's time to go to that. And
we'll see you next week for Unfriended.
And Chasing Cinema is the film lovers
website.